We are sitting down with forestry experts to ask them your tough questions. This is Ask a Forester. Hi, Tiffany.
Hey, Sarah.
Welcome to Ask a Forester. Tell us about yourself.
So my name's Tiffany Roddy, and I am a forester with Roseburg Forest Products.
Okay, great. So one of the accusations I would say that we get most commonly in the timber industry is that we only plant a monoculture of Douglas-fir. Is that true?
Well, what I can say is we do plant a lot of Douglas-fir because that's what grows here in Oregon. Douglas-fir really likes a lot of sunlight, and it would traditionally come back in after a large natural disaster. So think of landslides, very severe fires, volcanic eruptions. That's where it would thrive, and that's what has happened historically. So even without human intervention, we'd have a lot of Douglas-fir here to start with. So we do plant a lot of Douglas-fir. However, as foresters, we have a myriad of other tree options that we do plant out on our forest lands. So for example, in a wet area along a stream, we might plant western red cedar. It likes to have its feet wet. Some of you down in the valley might have some nice red clay in your lawn in the summertime if you don't water. Think of that like hard soil that just cracks. That's where something like incense cedar would thrive, where Douglas-fir wouldn't do too well. Another species that we might consider planting is grand fir. It also likes to have its feet wet in poorer soils. And we can also use ponderosa pine, which is very similar to the pine you'd find in eastern Oregon, but just a little bit different. Again, we can mix it in with Douglas-fir. It can be planted on its own, but we have a whole array of species that we can choose from whenever we go and figure out what is actually happening on the site after harvest for reforestation. On the coast, we're also dealing with Swiss needlecast in Douglas-fir. It's a ailment that really doesn't let the Douglas-fir grow that well in the fog belt. So to combat that, we have been planting redwood trees, and they're doing quite well.
Redwood, that's interesting.
Yes.
I don't think a lot of people know that we plant something that they typically associate with like Northern California.
Yeah,
Right.
so if there wasn't a, land blockage for that species to migrate, back eons ago, it would have been able to make it up the coast. So we are doing what's called assisted migration.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, cool. Thank you very much.
Thank you. So
We'd love to hear from you. If you've got a question you'd like us to answer, send an email to info@OregonForestsForever.com. Thanks for listening. See you next time.